We all know that plants can remove carbon dioxide from the air and put oxygen back into the air. But did you know that certain plants, such as snake plants, can also remove toxins from the air? Are these toxins in your home? How many snake plants do you need to remove them? And is there anything better than a snake plant? We're going to answer all of this and more in this episode. To begin, let's look at the famous NASA studies. If you're familiar with the topic, you may have already heard of it. If not, in the late 1980s, NASA was looking for a way to keep the air clean aboard its spacecrafts. Because there isn't any fresh oxygen in space, it made sense to try and find an inexpensive method that didn't involve the use of heavy equipment that can waste fuel, so they turned to plants. The promise of plants' ability to provide fresh air is so great that it's believed that if we're ever going to live on another planet, we'll have to use plants to help create enough fresh oxygen. The NASA study looked at common toxic molecules that were known to be emitted by the materials used on spacecrafts, such as benzene, trichloroethylene, and formaldehyde. And while the NASA study is one of the most famous, there have been other studies that looked at plants' ability to remove other toxins, such as ozone, xylene, and ammonia. Short-term exposure to these molecules have some similar side effects, such as headache and confusion, and even dizziness and eye irritation. Long-term exposure to these molecules can lead to serious health issues such as cancer. To figure out if you are being exposed to these toxins, we could look at a study conducted by the EPA on major sources of benzene. Basically, what the study found was that benzene levels in the home are about double what they are outside. One of the major sources of benzene in people's homes was smoking, and by not smoking or living in a home where people smoke, benzene exposure dropped by about half, which is pretty close to outdoor exposure rates. Another major source of benzene exposure comes from burning fossil fuels to power our cars. Even if you drive an electric car, you're very likely to still be exposed to some amount of benzene by driving on the road with gas-powered vehicles and living near roads. The final major source of benzene exposure is the products we use both to build our homes and within our homes. Many of the toxins mentioned earlier are also found in vehicle exhaust, as well as common products such as paints, glues and adhesives, detergents, printer ink, heating and cooking fuel, building materials, wood furniture, and carpeting. The chances are you have at least a few of these products in your home, and so you likely have toxins in your home as well. So, can snake plants help to remove these toxins? Well, each study shows something a bit different, but as you can see, snake plants do have the ability to remove toxins from the air, with the exception of ammonia. However, the conditions used in these studies don't always replicate a real-life scenario. For example, the NASA study put plants into a sealed-off chamber and began to pump in different toxins. They then measured the drop of molecules over time. This isn't the way we keep plants in our homes, and so it's not the best reflection of how a plant can remove toxins in your home. If you look at the studies of how plants would actually remove toxins in your home, the studies show that for every square meter of your home, you would need at least 10 plants and possibly as much as 100 plants. And that's just to clean an amount of air that is equal to the natural exchange rate between your home and the outdoors, which isn't much and the reason toxins remain in our homes in the first place. If you think about it, it makes sense because ultimately NASA decided to not use plants aboard its space shuttles. So in addition to adding plants to your home to help remove toxins, also consider eliminating the source of the toxins, for example by not smoking indoors. You could also try to find product manufacturers that sell products designed to have little or no pollutants in them. Many companies today are creating product lines specifically for this reason. If you haven't already, click the link in the description of this video to see the article that goes along with it. As possible, we'll add brands and products that we hand-selected to help improve the air quality in your home. If you've already purchased products with toxins in them, you could try leaving the window open. However, earlier we showed how certain toxins are found outdoors as well, plus for other reasons such as poor weather and security concerns, it's not always possible to leave the window open. This brings us to the final option, which is to use an air filter. There are several different kinds of air filters, but in short, HEPA filters are great at capturing particles such as dust, but poor at capturing the molecules we're concerned about. There are also filters that use UV light to destroy toxins, however, they may be creating other toxins such as ozone in doing so. One filter that is capable of removing pollutants as well as toxins from the air that doesn't emit ozone makes use of activated carbon. When it comes to activated carbon, just be sure to clean the filter as needed. If you're looking for a recommendation on air filters or for any of the products mentioned in this video, check out the bottom of the article in the description. If you like what you saw today, please give us a like and subscribe to our channel. If there's a topic you'd like to see us cover in future videos, let us know in the comments. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.